Yo, hey everyone, Brian with you from the Game Cabinet. We are in our AI-only championship series, continuing with our second group, correct? It's been a couple days, so let's kind of like run through things and kind of remind myself what happened, because like I said, it's been a few days. Alright, so in score victory right now, Harald is actually in first place, Norway. Yeah, that's right. He ended up taking over Mongolia pretty early in the game, and then he ended up coming over here and taking over Poland. That was a Polish city, okay. Poland ended up taking over some stuff from Indonesia, but ended up flipping back. All right. Gandhi's actually in second place, which, you know, mostly just is because he has a whole bunch of room there and nothing else. Gorgo's sitting in fourth. Gilgamesh is actually rolling in third. He ended up taking over some of Khmer. Is he currently at war right now? I don't think he is. I think he's a little weaker. Then we had Japan. Yeah, Japan was down over here. They were kind of out of room. Well, they had some potential. They had some potential. And then Poland, Khmer, and Mongolia all getting their butt kicked. As for science, right now it is Gilgamesh. He is making... I was starting to say Gilgi, and then I just finished it with Gilgamesh. Maybe that's what I need to call him from now on. Yeah, he's making a lot of science compared to everyone else. What era are we even in? How much tech do you have? 44, so he's getting close, but we still got a little bit of time before rockets are going to go up. Gorgo's rolling pretty well with the culture, but I remember Gandhi's not too far behind, and so because of that, she's going to have a hard time actually winning it. Yeah, and then religion's pretty neutral. Okay, so most likely we're going to end up seeing a Gilgi rocket victory is going to probably be what's going to happen. And then right now we got Norway and Gandhi as second and third. Okay, next eras, everyone got a golden era except Mongolia and Japan. Okay, let's continue and let's get the game going. Yeah, so hope you guys had a great day. I've been working the last couple days, so I've been quite busy. I'm pretty exhausted today, new job. Yeah, and the job's like long hours. Plus then right now until we move, it's like super long drives, so it's like an hour drive, so you're talking like 12-hour days right now because I'm working 10 hours and then driving 2 hours, and it's just like, oh. It's been a while since I put in hours like that. So yeah, not that I'm complaining, because I know some of you guys have jobs that are probably worse than that, but anywho, let's go back to the game. Was there any wars going on? We should double check. So you're at war with Norway. You're at war with Norway. You're not at war with anyone. You're not at war with anyone. You're at war with Norway. So it seems like Norway's pretty much the only one inviting people. Hey, I wasn't done here, just FYI. Yes, your embassy's welcome. I'm not done talking to people. Oh my gosh. Okay, Japan is at war with no one. You're at war with Norway. Okay, so essentially, if we want to pay attention to the wars, they're over here. All right, he's at war with a whole bunch of people. How is his military looking right now? 734, so he's... pretty okay. I mean, he's a little weaker than some of the other people, but he should be strong enough to maintain all of his cities at this point. Indonesia's putting a little pressure on him, but I can't imagine that's really going to make much of a difference here long term. Was Mongolia at war with anyone? Yeah, he's at war with Norway too, so he might be trying to take some of his stuff back. Tech-wise, he actually doesn't seem that bad because he's rolling with coursers. Yeah, I feel like he should be doing okay. Now, we do have Cab popping out over here in Norway. So Norway, I mean, definitely has the tech advantage right now, but if enough people are hitting him, he might be under some issue. Now, the catapults aren't going to do crap at this point. With 71 garrison defense strength, nah, you're not going to really be able to see them doing much difference. But if he's popping out enough coursers, he could theoretically. Because coursers, what, 62, I think? 60... 44. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, because coursers are pre-cab. I thought they were more than that. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Because they upgrade to the cab, which is 62. Okay, boom. It's been my brain. So in that case, yeah, they have no chance of doing anything then. Against the 71 garrison defense strength, that's like seriously one hit suicide. If they attack the city, they're just going to instantly get flipped. Quiche is actually flipping. Yo, I don't really care about what you think of me. Yeah, so Quiche is flipping, so that's not going to be long, and you're probably going to go over to Samaria would be my assumption here, not Norway. Is Samaria fighting Norway as well? If Quiche flips, then all of a sudden they share a border, and that might make some difference. Or were you fighting? Because he has a lot of troops over here in the water. I'm wondering if he's thinking about going to war with Poland, which would probably not be a good idea. Is Poland at war with Indonesia? No. No, but Poland is moving a bunch of troops through. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. And then over here, Greece is still only at war with... Yeah, she's only at war with Norway, but she's too far away to really make a big difference. Now, Indonesia is trying to catch up. She is settling those islands, which is good. I would like to see Indonesia maybe even come settle down here and maybe settle over there. India's starting to get all the way over here. Yeah, India should be able to cruise, I think, into the top 3. I think they're going to be okay because they have more than enough territory to settle and no one else is getting that. So as long as they keep throwing down cities, they should be okay. 215 on the cultures, okay. 206, Samaria still isn't running away with that science victory. Is Quiche going to help them get any more science? Not that it looks like. No, there's no campus there. So that's not going to particularly help them. Honestly, it might not be a bad time for them to just kind of push their advantage here on Khmer. What is happening here? How is that possible? The barbarian settlers sitting in the district. What? 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 Okay, sure. And apparently Mongolia is taking their settler to go fight. Mongolia is all in on this war. They're setting their citizens in unarmored to go take on the Norway. Yeah. Norway, if you don't take that, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Norway did not take it. Okay, so maybe there's actually a smart play there. That potentially the AI... Never mind. Oh, no, it got moved. Maybe the AI is so focused on killing units that they just have to bypass the settlers? And so it's kind of like saving them maybe a turn or so? Because they're not going to be able to like completely surround a unit or something? I have no idea. I'm still kind of confused about that barbarian settler. And it's like sitting in the... It's sitting in the encampment district. That should be a very easy take. Yeah, I'm very confused about that one. Very confused about that one. What happened to all your army? You just had like a bunch of Corsairs. I guess they're still there. Are you going to be able to take them? Because the Corsair... I can't spell it. Corsairs. Whatever. It's the Knight upgrade. So the Knight is 48. These are going to be like 58 or something like that. Yeah, you can have it. Knight... Corsairs 64. Okay, so yeah, they could definitely potentially take the city. I was gonna say something needs to take the walls down. A volcano would definitely help take those walls down. But yeah, with the walls still up, that's gonna be a little hard to take because those are medieval walls too, right? Yeah, those are medieval walls. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to take it then without any sort of bombardment. Okay, India is marching in their troops to Norway. They're bringing them in one at a time. Some of them are suzerain. I'm assuming you're at war with India. Yeah, I mean, you're at war with everyone but Japan, it looks like. Japan and, what was it, one other person? So, India's bringing a lot of troops here. Poznan ended up flipping back to neutral. And then Norway ended up settling Drammen right there on the butt. Okay. Sure. Everyone will vote yes, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not really adjusting how the game's happening with that. Okay. Poznan is flipping back to Poland. The question is, I wonder if India might move on it. Now, once again, catapults against 50, not really going to do a whole lot. And really, India's troops are just a little bit too weak at this point. They have a huge military, but I'm wondering how many of them are just dated. I mean, then you have a cav army. You have like 2 catapults here, and then you have a cav army. Like, what the hell? Some of these troops are not like the others. I don't know, like... I understand, especially in this game, sometimes your troops just get, Japan lost their city over here. Sometimes they get outdated and stuff like that, but maybe don't lead with the outdated troops. Unless your goal is to just, like, occupy the enemy forces before you bring in your main army. Or are you just trying to, like, tire out the enemy from killing all your guys? But, you know, you can't really do that in Civ. I could see it maybe in real life, but whatever. This will most likely be city center, so we'll vote for that. And then we'll just do culture. Neither of these really are gonna come into play. Production towards city center and then cultural. Okay, so both of those won. I don't think it was because of us. We could have double checked on that, but I highly doubt that was because of us. All right, Samaria is starting to bring some better units, and you're actually flipping over to Norway. Huh, interesting. So Norway's getting even more powerful. But unless Samaria plays this really dumb, they should be able to take Quiche. I would think. I mean, they got machine guns over here. They got machine gun cores. They have bombards. They should be able to take Quiche. They got cav core. I mean, this is not doing any damage either. Maybe. Is our barbarian still there? He is still there. Dude, that's all we want in life. Oh, they have freaking aircraft carriers now, too. My gosh. Samaria's got some good tech. So, if they have aircraft carriers... I was gonna say, they maybe skipped... Yeah, they hadn't picked up the rocket tech yet. They went to the bottom half of the tech bar first. Okay. Come on, baby. I believe in you. I believe in you. You're going to have a really hard time, though, actually taking over Norway. See, the thing is, especially with, like, the sea and stuff like this, the AI just is not really good at sea battles. I'm not entirely sure how I would, like... So, if I knew programming, I don't know how I would make the AI better at sea. The only, like... It really is kind of difficult, especially on maps like this when you have a good balance of districts and like there's really nowhere to land your troops without getting absolutely crapped on by the walls and stuff like that. I don't know how you could program the AI though to be better at it. I mean, I'm sure there would be slight tweaks you could do where instead of sending them one at a time, they actually try keeping them a little more bulked. Because you could see, like, even with India right now, like, look at how they're sending these troops. Like, you kind of want to keep them together. More than that, it'd be really nice if you kept, like, some ships over there while they're in the sea so that they don't get shot. And there's ways to do it, but I don't know how much code. I know nothing about coding, so I can't even talk about how easy and or hard that is. So you flip to Quiche, but you're going to immediately flip back. At least now at this point, Samaria might actually attack you. There is a lot of troops over here with Greece. Greece is still rolling pretty strong. And they still seem to be going somewhat towards Norway. Is Norway still at war with everyone? Yeah, and they actually lost a little bit of happiness too. So they're still picking up a bunch of... Why would you put your aircraft carrier? Why? I mean, okay, that's one thing you could probably program is don't put your aircraft carrier right next to a spot where you're going to get shot by both of these districts. Also, your aircraft carrier had zero planes. Speaking of which, you still have 0 planes. Like, why'd you research? So apparently, he went all the way over here and then ended up skipping flight. I don't think he's picked up flight yet, so I think that's partly what's going on here. Is there any other war end of note? Indonesia is actually at war with Poland again. Okay. Did anything flip over here? No, not really. Poland did take Poznan back. Indonesia doesn't really have enough troops, though, to make a difference at this point. She seems a little too weak. Yeah, 267. Poland's just as weak as well, but at this point, the city defensive garrison strength is so high that it's going to be really, really hard for the AI to take it until they start getting some death robots and stuff like that. But I don't think we're going to see that from Indonesia. Gorgo is rolling pretty strong. She's only at war with Norway, and she doesn't really border Norway, so it's kind of that same issue. Still barbarians rolling around, which is great. Yeah, India's still settling everywhere. Yeah, he's all the way over here now, too. India's getting a lot of cities out. So India should be able to stay in the top 3. Gilgamesh, yes. They always vote yes. Like, I don't think we've ever seen them not vote yes. Okay, who's in the top 3? So Norway, Gandhi, and Gilgamesh are still 1, 2, and 3. And I still think we're going to see a science victory first. Cultural victory... What's Gilgamesh's culture right now? Only 95, but see, Gandhi's up to 300 now, too. And Harald is at 232. And I think Gorgo, if we remember right, she didn't have a lot of wonders, right? That was kind of the biggest issue. Yeah, she only has 2 wonders. So, here's the funny thing. Gorgo almost has to win a cultural victory if she wants to advance. Because right now, I don't think she's going to be able to catch up to Gilgamesh. And the thing is, it looks like Gilgamesh is actually going to be the one who's going to end up winning the game with the science victory. And so, because of that, Gorgo's going to be left on the outside looking in, unless she can end up winning the cultural game first. I don't think we'll see Harald or Gandhi win. Yeah, he's only at 112. He might be going for a culture. Gandhi might also be going for a culture, but if everyone's going for a culture, it's just going to take that much longer, which is why I think Samaria is going to be able to cruise in. Now, what sometimes happens is the AI will then transition at some point to a science victory, and then they can pop off those campuses really quickly and get things going, but I really think Gilgamesh is probably going to be able to end up winning. So right now, I think it's between 3 and 4. If one of them can pop out a victory, there you go. Then the other one's going to be left looking in. Indonesia, I was wondering if she had any campuses, but it doesn't really look like it. I was wondering if she could maybe sneak things out, but nah, it doesn't quite look like it. Samaria's rolling around with some pretty modern units. Once again, though, he is completely lacking any spaceports yet. Yeah, no spaceports. What about diplomacy? Could anyone sneak one of these out? Gitarja, maybe. Maybe. The thing is, it's going to take... We can't actually look at these. Yeah, we can't look at those, so we can't see who's winning. So, I mean, theoretically, these are 1 or 2. I think these are 2 each, right? It's been a while since I looked at aid requests. So that would be 4, 5, 6. That'd put her at 16. She still probably needs at least another 30, 40 turns. So there is a possibility, but it's highly unlikely she would be able to win it. What about the Statue of Liberty? Statue of Liberty. Anyone build that? Yes. And it was Gitarja. Okay, and she's still at 10, right? So that's why she's at 10. Yeah, so it doesn't seem quite likely that she's going to be able to pop it out. Pop out a diplomacy victory, but there's a chance. So we basically have 3 people trying to win right now. We have Gitarja, I think, trying to win a diplomacy victory. We have Gorgo trying to get that religious victory, sorry, the culture victory, and then Samaria trying to get that science victory. And those are 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. And then it looks like Harald and Gandhi are going to, as long as they just keep enough score, they're fine. They don't really have to worry about anything else in the game. Just keep your score as high as possible. I'm still pretty shocked here. I'm still really shocked here at, like, how the fact he's yet to... He's, like, seriously, the funny thing is, like, he's good over here. He might even have the exoplanet here pretty quickly. So once he gets those rocket sites up, he's cruising. I'm wondering if he's maybe going for a domination victory. Yeah, that's the one thing we really don't have. I mean, I guess we could pay attention to these and see maybe if we can see... I mean, if we were looking at every one of those, we probably could see what kind of victory type he was going for, but... There's too much other things happening that's somewhat hard to kind of pay attention to those. I wish there was a way I could just click on them and it would say, hey, so-and-so is looking for a domination victory, like a quick gossip tab. Well, you know, what about here and then emergencies, grievances, great engineer, nah. I don't know, trading with Greece, denounce... Recent news. See, like, these just aren't the easiest to read, man. Like, I just want, like, highlight what kind of victory they're going for. That's all I need. I just need a mod that, like, highlights what victory type people are going for. Simple. Military's gotten pretty balanced now across the board, except Poland, who is still just extraordinarily weak. Really, really weak. Very far behind on tech. She's really not doing too hot right now. She's really not doing too hot. I'm wondering, does Khmer like you? Because Khmer could potentially try taking some stuff, but everyone's stuff is just too outdated at this point. About to hit the next era here. Really, all we're doing is at this point just kind of waiting for the rocket districts to start going up. And Samaria is just refusing to do it. I'm actually impressed here because Samaria doesn't have a lot of towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They only have 7 towns and yet 8, 9, 10. Okay, I guess they have 10 towns, but still, they're able to like keep pace right now with everyone else, which is really impressive. They really should start popping out these districts here pretty soon. They must be going for a domination victory. Yeah, they must be. Because they're still building a bunch of troops, but they're making a ridiculous amount of science per turn. They're just schooling everyone else right now. Gorgo is almost now in 2nd. Is there a chance that Gandhi could pull this off? Yes. I'm a siphon funds, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Production towards city center. Neither of these are really going to have that big of an impact, I don't think. Sabotage production and city center. But, like, I think everyone voted city center. Yeah, there was a little... Okay, we might have won that one. Shh. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. What were we about to talk about? Oh, yeah, culture. Oh, my gosh. Leave me alone. Yes, natural disaster. That's fine. That's Poland. You think Gitarja would help out Poland for the diplomacy points? Maybe. So Gorgo's still in first place. Gandhi is actually a distant fourth. His tourism doesn't look to be that great right now. She's only making 120 tourism right now. That's terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, like, man, this might be a pretty long game here. Especially compared to the last one, or the last round. This might be a little bit longer of one. Because basically no one's going for a victory type that is actually going to pan out. Gitarja's up till 11, so she ended up not quite getting what she needed from that last World Congress. She only got one of the two. Anything else going on over here? India? Still spreading, man. Still spreading. He's actually bordering Greece right now. The funny thing is, they've not been friendly with each other, right? They've been... they do like each other. Okay. Okay. Because they've kind of been bordering each other, but it's like a sea border, so it's kind of a weak border. And usually the AI isn't as warmongering when it comes to fighting over sea. Now, Norway is rolling around with a tank army here, which is a little scaring. It looks like Samaria. He still's got 1,000 combat strength. His troops are just somewhat out of position. Yeah, his troops are way out of position. Did he declare war on someone else? Because his troops are all over the place. No. No. That tank army is not really going to be able to take over the city. But it's still a scary moment here. Industrial era is about to end. Let's see what ends up popping out here, and we'll probably end up wrapping the episode up there for now. Okay, so he ended up going back over here and starting to take on Mongolia, which honestly is probably better. He has a better chance of taking over Mongolia than Samaria. Kish is flipping again. I wonder if that has to do with the era. The world enters the modern era. Okay, pop it up. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Samaria got a golden era. Everyone got a normal era. India got a dark era. So, the only place that might come into play would be over here with Bangalore, but no, because there's too many cities over there. I think India, everything else is pretty much their own island. Yeah, I don't think anything over here would get flipped. I'm wondering, India. They have a lot of power right now. 212. I wonder if he's going to sneak out of science. Or yeah, if he's going to start popping out some rocket sites. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. What about Gorgo? She's at 205. She's building the Sydney Opera House and the Estadio. Okay, that's helpful. That's going to be helpful. Score, details, Gorgo. I mean, number one, that's going to be an extra 60 score here. So that's going to put her almost on line with Gilgamesh. In addition, that's going to help give her a little bit more tourism, specifically when you talk about the great music. Let's see. Empire size, she's a little bit better. Yeah, that's going to help get a little bit more tourism popping out. I still think she has too far to go. Like, I don't see her particularly winning. The problem really is coming just from the fact that Samaria just isn't building the rocket sites. And he still doesn't look like he even has the tech. I think he's still going for a domination victory. So the longer he delays here, the more opportunities there are for someone else to kind of come in and ninja this from him. Like, theoretically, there is a chance that India just says, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go for a science victory, pops it out quicker, and then Gorgo ends up catching up because of the wonders, and then ends up sliding into third place, and then Gilgamesh gets left out. So, I mean, there is a lot of potential drama still with this. Could Gitarja or Gorgo? Gorgo, yes. Gitarja make it in? Probably not. Probably not. Now, religions, I forgot. He had a religion but wasn't doing anything with it. Gorgo doesn't have a religion. So I actually think his religion might be gone. Eh, not really. Did he have Buddhism? Was that his religion? Religion? Buddhism? No, that was Japan. So yeah, he ended up losing his religion. So he's not going to get anything from a religion anymore. I think that's just his one town right there. Right? Was he Orthodox then? No, that's Poland. Samaria had Confucianism. Yeah, and it's completely wiped out. No, it's Hinduism. Yeah, it got completely wiped out. So he's not going to get any extra points that way. So there's a really good chance that Gorgo might be able to sneak into third place here and end up winning it. But there's going to have to be a lot of help, and the main help's going to be basically Samaria just needs to not go for a science victory. Now, the question is, the only other one would be Norway. He's still a little far behind. And it looks like he's actually going for a diplomacy victory, which is kind of hilarious because he's really far behind that. But, like, why else are you sending so much aid? But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, show your support. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone!